It's a Flashcard Friday. You submitted a bunch of topics. They are random. I do not know what's coming. We're going to freestyle this episode like we do every Friday right now on the Locked On Celtics podcast.
Beantown, be ever ready. It's the C's. Who else could it be? What they gon' say now? Screaming like JT, Karalis. Recap the madness every game, every practice. Prime time, dapping D White on the sideline. Raining J's, how it started, raising banners, how we finished. Locked on Celtics pod, home of the winners.
Hey there, welcome back to the Locked On Celtics podcast, right here on the Locked On Podcast Network, where it's your team every day. Your team is the Boston Celtics, and I talk about them every day. Generally Monday through Friday for the next couple of weeks, Monday, Wednesday, Friday until September 8th, and then we're getting ramped up for the regular season. So make sure you're subscribed wherever you get your podcast. It's free. It's available everywhere. The show is on YouTube. Get into the comments section there and share your thoughts with me. I'm John Karalis, beat writer for Boston Sports Journal. I've been doing a version of this job for like 20 years now, and I always grimace when I say 20 years because it's been a long time. I've also written a couple of books about the team. Today's show is brought to you by Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase of tickets to just about anything out there. So you know the drill by now. Flashcard Friday. We've been doing it all off season. You submitted topics. I asked for them on social media. The stack is getting thinner and thinner. I've written them down on this index card, on this pile of index cards, shuffle them up, and we just randomly don't know what's coming. We're just having fun with it, and we're riffing off the top of our heads. When I say we, I mean me and Tom Westerholm. Find his Celtics work over at boston.com. Tom, how you doing, my bud?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, I'm just great. Just great. And I say that I'm just great.
Yeah.
Just great.
Just
great. All right. So
could be ecstatic, but here
could
we
be. Let's see how the flashcards go.
It's on the listeners.
It's right. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Mm-mm.
All right. Shuffle. Here we go. These could be fun. These could be serious. This could be a couple of them might be outdated. We'll see. And
increasingly likely as we get deeper and deeper into August. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. This is a personal question for us. What is your home game watching setup? So I watch the home games. My setup is I'm at the TD Garden.
Yes.
Or what's your home at home game watching setup? So if you're at home, how do you watch the games? You just sit there in front of a TV or what?
Well, my not to brag, but we recently invested in a much larger TV, which is pretty great. So that's I mean it's not interesting. You know, my home game watching setup is TV in front of me, laptop on my lap, dog with her head in my lap trying to get pets because I'm not paying attention to her at that exact moment. That's kind of dull, but that's my setup. Just in the basement.
On some nights, especially when I'm doing Locked On NBA and I have to pay attention to a lot more, definitely Twitter is involved because, like it or not, it's still the place to kind of be for most of people, like live tweeting stuff. So I'll have, there's usually like a grid on my TV of 4 games. I have a dual screen set up over here in front of me. So I can have like one page with my notes and box scores and stuff, and one page with, alternate, another game or something like that. Maybe something that I want to pay attention to. And I'm just kind of like an eye on like whatever games are going on there. Just keep an eye on the scores. Oh, this team is up by 10. Oh, now they're down by 2. Like there's a run there. And Twitter is just kind of pointing me in a direction. It's almost like it's like the red zone. Like, like someone goes, oh, Donovan Mitchell. I'm like, oh, Cavs. Well, what happened there in the Cavs game? So that's kind of like, if I'm trying to pay attention, that's like my little secret sauce to how do you pay attention to every game. If there's 10 games on the schedule, you got to do a podcast about 10 games. You can't watch 10 games and then get on, but you can pay attention to, these are the runs, these are the key plays. I've kind of seen what the people are talking about, and I've gotten to the big things. We get a sense of what's going on. So that's kind of like how I'm doing that. So
my secret sauce is I don't pay attention to any of the other games. The Celtics game is going on. I don't care. So
yeah. I know. Well, on Celtics nights, obviously on home games,
yeah.
There, some road games, I'm there. I do a lot more remote from home, so I'm not paying attention to anything else on Celtics game nights. That involves catching up the next day, cleaning the glass. They send out a nice email with like, this person scored more than expected. This person scored less than expected. Like, that's a nice little skim through. You're like, oh, okay, this is interesting. It points you in. Again, I need to be pointed in the right direction sometimes, and then you just kind of know what the biggest things you need to pay attention to. So,
for sure.
Okay, this is we just talked about this in our second in our podcast on Wednesday. But okay, here, is Jaylen okay going back to being the second option? So we talked on Wednesday, if you missed the podcast, about this is Jaylen's chance to be the first option. I think, you correct me if I'm wrong, I think the only way he's going to be okay, I'm a second option, is if being the first option doesn't go particularly well, right? Like he's going to give it his shot. And if it's like, oh my God, this is harder than I thought, I didn't realize this, then he's going to be like, okay, me and Jayson, we're a good team together. That's how it should be. And I'm good with it. Like that's how I think that's going to go.
Yeah. And I think if it goes really well, right? Like if he plays great and I mean, it is definitely possible, I think, that he will then be like, I kind of want a place I can stretch my legs a little bit. Like this is, I mean, he's almost kind of missed his window. I don't want to like put that.
No. Yeah. I'm with you.
I don't want to put that on him, but it's like, I kind of think he's missed his window to be a number one guy somewhere, because I think like most teams who would be trading for him would not be trading for him to be a number one guy. They would want him to continue to be a really stellar number two guy under somebody, right? Like, especially at his age, I find that, I mean, unless he was going, I don't know. I mean, you hate to keep pressing the Spurs button, but it's like, and they've just spent a lot of money. So like, I don't know, man. It's tough. Again, we said a similar thing to what we said on Wednesday's show, but it's like, oh yeah, cry me a river, Jaylen Brown, right? Like, oh, you're in a really tough spot there, buddy. But like,
right.
It's a little complicated. Like, but the older you get, it gets a little more complicated.
First of all, it's just wild to me that you said correctly at his age, because he's 29. He turns 29 in October. He'll be 29 for the duration of the season, and then that's it. Like, so at his age,
and after that, he's old.
Once you get to 30, man, you're ancient. But like the point I made the other day was, under this collective bargaining agreement, the windows are so short that you can easily talk yourself into, 30, 31, 32, 3 years of Jaylen Brown, that's worth it to us. And maybe you're a team that's a little scattered and you need that number one to come in and be like, hey, we're coalescing behind this guy. I don't know what team that would be. It could be like, I don't know, maybe Orlando decides that Paolo Banchero is great, but you need the shot creating wing, and Paolo is better as a supporting guy. And Jaylen's your number one, and Paolo's an amazing number two. Franz Wagner gets dropped to the third option, which probably would be great for him. Now we're talking, right? A team like that, a team like Houston, before they moved for Kevin Durant, could be a team that'd be like, look, we need a dynamic wing to lead this team, especially with his championship pedigree. So I think there's room for him to have a great season as the number one option. Decide, like you said, hey, I got to spread my wings. This is my only chance and my last chance. If I don't do it now, then I'm in Boston and this is just my lot in life, which again, it's an incredible lot in life to have. You're going to make $500 million over the course of your life. You're going to be a Hall of Famer. You're going to go down as one of the best ever. But
Finals MVP, you won a champion, all this stuff.
Right.
Like,
you got all this stuff. And you're also, by the way, spreading love and changing the world and making young people's lives better. So, things could be much worse for Jaylen, but hey man, egos are egos, and you want to be known as that number one guy. And I totally understand that. I get it. There'd be an unfulfilled kind of part of him. So if he has a great number one option season with Boston and says, I got to go work with me here. Where can I go to be my number one guy? Maybe it's Atlanta, maybe he goes home. Like that.
One of those ones where you can kind of convince yourself that you're the number one guy, even if you're not,
So, but that's, if he has an amazing season and he ends up just sticking around and he can't find a trade, then I don't know if he's going to be okay with that.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, next topic. We get to chew on this one heading into the break. I love this. Improve the Celtics chicken giveaway. The McDonald's, they give away McNuggets, right? McNuggets, I forget the deal. It's like for a $2, but you have to, or free McNuggets, but you have to make a $2 minimum purchase. Okay. Let's improve the Celtics chicken giveaway when we come back. Today's show is brought to you by Game Time. It's the place to go for tickets to, whatever you want. Like, it's baseball season. The Red Sox are doing pretty well. They're in that wild card race. So maybe you want to go check out a last minute Sox game, or maybe you're a fan of another team and you just want to go. Well, Game Time is great for that because it's the easiest way to grab last minute tickets without the stress. With the money you save on tickets, you can splurge on food, drinks, merch. Maybe you can invite a bigger group of people to come with you. Game Time makes it all possible because buying tickets is fast and simple with Game Time. Prices on the app actually drop the closer you get to first pitch. And they've got incredible last minute deals, clear seat views, and the lowest price guarantee that takes the worry out of buying. It's the official ticketing partner of Locked On MLB, making it easy to browse the app for exciting upcoming MLB games. Tired of endless scrolling to find the best deal? Use their zone deals to pick the best seats in a section for you. And the seat views, it's right there on the app. You can see what you're going to see before you buy it. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. I have used Game Time plenty. I am not eligible for this deal, but you can download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code LOCKEDONNBA for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create the account, redeem the code LOCKEDONNBA, LOCKED, Locked On NBA for $20 off. Download the Game Time app. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Thank you for making Locked On Celtics your first listen every day. Locked On NBA should be your second and third listen because we got Locked On NBA and Game Night. So two podcasts for the rest of the summer, just covering the biggest stories in the league. And once the season starts up, Game Night goes to covering every game like I was just talking about. I'm there on Fridays with Jake Madison. So make sure you're subscribed to the Locked On NBA feed. You'll get 3 podcasts. You get this, those 2, you get podcasting all day long. All right, let's get back to our Flashcard Friday. Tom, you've had a couple minutes here to digest, no pun intended, the Celtics chicken giveaway. I've always thought, like, hey, whatever. McDonald's comes in, they want to give you some money, and this is the deal that they give you. Okay, fine. How do you make the chicken giveaway better?
It's easy, right? It's just Dunkin'. Like, it's got to be Dunkin'. I feel like you get
get rid of the chicken and make it the free Dunkin'.
Yeah. You get like a free iced coffee. Like,
that's easy. That's so easy
money. Like, like Dunkin', it's Dunkin' is a basketball word. It's just easy. Like,
I like that. I like that. For me, it's like I like the free chicken. I like the free chicken thing. I like any kind of free food. Just make it free. Just make it free. Like, I don't understand. Okay, so the other team misses a free throw. I mean, they make it easy, so you'd be like, oh yeah, teams almost always miss free throws in the fourth quarter. So very, very, it's not usual to have a team go perfect in the fourth quarter from the line, right? So They know you're going to win something. They want to get you onto the app. And so you get onto the app, you got to spend $2 anyway. Well, you're not going to spend $2 on fast food. You're going to spend $10 on fast food. You're just going to go and be like, hey, let's just go to McDonald's. I'm going to get the free chicken nuggets anyway. And that's what they want you to do. So they want to get something out of it, but I just make them free and just make it so you have to buy them through the app. You have to you're going to have to go there anyway. You're going to open up the app. You're probably going to buy something anyway. So don't force the issue. But I love, like, if you want to get away from chicken and want to give everybody, like, at a Celtics game, free Dunkin', that's like that. I mean, that is a slam dunk.
A slam dunkin'. We've
come on.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the other thing too is you gotta, making it easy is bad. It's so much better when a guy has to miss 2 free throws and you know that he's thinking about it. Because nobody's thinking about missing 1 free throw. If you miss a free throw, you just missed a free throw. That is what it is.
Right.
But when you miss 1, and then the fans start to get amped up, and then the guy goes, "Oh no, am I about to give these MFs free chicken?"
Yes.
And then, like, you can see him being like,
"That's a good point.
No, I cannot give these people free chicken." Everybody's like, "Give me free chicken!" And he does miss, and then everybody's like, "Yeah!" Like, that's so much better than 1 missed free throw. Like, I mean, I know what's happening here is McDonald's wants people on their app and they want people going to McDonald's. So they want to make it easier, but that stinks. It should be. So you want to know how to fix it? Keep free chicken, make it a local place that is willing to play ball with you, that isn't just obsessed with the app, that is just like hyped to be working with the Celtics and is like, yes, okay, 2 missed free throws, that's fine. It's got to go to 2 missed free throws.
I love the 2 missed free throws thing. Love it.
So good.
It's so perfect. That's 100% right. No notes.
Yeah.
All right. How much stock do you put in Summer League? We've had this discussion before.
We've been burned by this discussion before.
How much stock do you put in Summer League?
In Carson Edwards.
Oh, Carson, Summer League MVP.
I really like that guy. He was.
I mean, look, I don't even know what his career has been since then.
You
tell me how much stock you put in Summer League. I'm going to see what Carson Edwards has done.
No, okay, I was about to do the same thing. I put none. Like, I mean, I guess I put. That's not true. If a guy looks bad in Summer League, I'm concerned. If a guy looks good in Summer League,
doesn't matter.
I don't care. I need to see more. I expect you to look pretty good in Summer League.
If you look bad, if you're supposed to be good and you look bad at Summer League, I got a problem with that.
I'm concerned. I'm not writing you off. But I'm concerned.
I'm concerned. I'm concerned. There's it's just concerned.
Yep.
Like, just red flag.
Yes.
You gotta take that red flag down for me. Like that. We should not. No one should be making any definitive kind of like declarations about Summer League, for like these draft picks. Now, if it's been, a few years for a guy and you're still kind of like, in Summer League, I'm getting a little bit more.
If you're showing up to a 3rd Summer League period, like if you're just there for your 3rd Summer League, I'm like,
this is like the Jordan Walsh discussion, right? This is the Jordan Walsh discussion, And like, okay, this you can't be going through 3 of these. No, and like that's the problem.
You're a 7th year senior, buddy. You gotta get out there and get into the world a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Carson Edwards, career history: Celtics, Maine Red Claw, Salt Lake City Stars, brief cup of coffee with the Detroit Pistons, then Fibonacci, Bayern Munich, Virtus Bologna.
Yeah. Heck yeah. So, went overseas doing his thing. I love that.
That's it. So currently,
those are great teams. Fenerbahce is a great team, but yeah, those are great. That's awesome.
Virtus Bologna is where is that? Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, Italian.
Oh, right. Where? What is it? Virtus Bologna?
Bologna, Italy, which is beautiful. Northern Italy.
Oh yeah. Man, listen, we talk. This is another thing we talk about all the time. But think about the life you could have, the life you could live.
Listen. I've said it a million times. People might get sick of hearing, and I get it. You have these dreams of NBA, so people will tell you, Once you leave the NBA and leave that consciousness, they forget about you, and there's validity to that. However, the life that you can lead overseas is a pretty good one. Now, career highlights for Carson Edwards, 2025 here. All EuroLeague first team. Right?
Yep.
EuroLeague top scorer. He was the top scorer in EuroLeague.
Because the truth about Carson Edwards is that guy could hoop. He just wasn't an NBA player. And like, there's a lot of those. There's a lot of guys like that. Yep.
He here, I'm just reading from his Wikipedia page. Signed a 1-year contract with Bayern Munich to play in the EuroLeague for a second consecutive season. Munich defeated Alba Berlin in the finals to win the basketball Bundesliga championship. Edwards was named finals MVP. Okay. And look, this goes into, I just saw Danilo Gallinari won a championship in Puerto Rico and was named finals MVP. And you know what? You can sit there and be like, yeah, it's Puerto Rico. But you know what I saw? I saw a full arena, like 15,000 people in that arena chanting for him. He was on the championship team. He won the finals MVP. He was on a parade float with a big trophy going through the whole thing. People cheering like crazy. Okay, it's not Causeway Street. It's not the duck boats. But man, that is an experience so few people have. And you get to have it in an awesome place. Puerto Rico is beautiful. I know that they've had problems in the past, but it is gorgeous. You're in a tropical location. It is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, there's one quick Google search, Carson Edwards MVP, and you find him cheesing, holding a championship trophy and an MVP trophy. Like, it's a good life, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Look at this. This is great. This is great. You know what? I mean, you get paid more money than most people get paid. And you get this, you get all this hardware. Like, I'm sorry, like you weren't good enough to be in the NBA. Like so few people are.
Mm-hmm.
This is a great life. This is a great career. And this is
a great basketball player.
If I recall correctly, like we were talking about Carson Edwards. I remember having conversations about Carson Edwards would be like, this dude, he's not NBA ready.
Yeah.
But if he goes overseas, he can have a really good life. Here he is.
I mean, honestly, we made the Shane Larkin comparison more than once, where
Sure.
It's like a guy who goes overseas and comes back, or has the option to come back, but it's just like, no, my life is awesome, dude. Like I'm not going back. I don't want to,
like you just got to get past being homesick, you know, and learn to embrace that you're in a different culture or multiple different cultures. And that's hard. That is hard.
Yes.
Buddy, I played in Greece and it was hard for me. I understood the language and I had family there. It is not easy to do. I fully understand that.
Yeah.
But this is, if I don't have regrets in life because it all leads to something, in my opinion. But I look back on that, I'm like, man, I maybe I could have stayed there a little bit longer because it could have been a lot better. Whatever. That's another story for another time. But I look back and I'm like, man, guys, I know you're holding on to an NBA dream. I appreciate it, but like, good for Carson Edwards. I'm so glad. Like, I'm legitimately happy for Carson Edwards for, like those guys finding that success overseas is great. Okay. We got another segment to do. Let's get started with, okay, interesting. Will the CBA get rolled back eventually? Okay. Let's chew on that for 30 seconds and then pick it up. Thank you for making Locked On Celtics your first listen every day. NFL season is here, so we've got Locked On NFL. You Patriots fan, Locked On Patriots, great podcasts. Nick Cattles, new podcast host there. Check that out. But if you're a fan of whatever team you're a fan of, there is a Locked On for your favorite NFL team. Go check that out. Add that to your rotation. All right, Tom. I like this question. It's something that I'm not sure how this is going to go. Will the CBA get rolled back eventually? What do you think?
I lean toward no. For one main reason, which is over the time that I've been like really kind of following and writing and covering the NBA, there has been a very specific trend in terms of basketball related income in terms of the percentages. There's been a real noticeable direction that the percentages are going. Very much going in the owner's favor, right? Like, I mean, I think CBA, I believe it used to be 60% to the players, and then that got like, cut way down. It just, it keeps going in the owner's direction. And I guess, I mean, this isn't like, this isn't like a particularly intellectual take on this. It just feels to me like, well, things are kind of moving in that direction in a lot of areas in life, I think. So I guess I don't necessarily see I don't see a ton of motivation on the owner's side to let things to do like to have like a rollback, like changes, sure, like but like a rollback to me sounds like a big one,
Yeah, I think there's a lot of reaction, especially in Boston, right? I think this is a Boston topic.
Yeah,
this is a Phoenix topic, maybe a Milwaukee. This is
it'll soon be an OKC topic. Yeah,
right. But no one knew what was coming. And the Celtics are the first in the firing line here. So Celtics fans especially are like, whoa, this is crap. Well, this is terrible. No, we got to change all this, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
Now, what I think is going to happen is over the next few years, everything kind of settles. And we're going to see the middle we're going to see every team settle kind of where the Celtics are right now. First apron, just above, just below, somewhere kind of like taxpayer, like a little bit of a taxpayer, maybe not a taxpayer, but in this like middle ground where the second apron is this place where teams go for a couple of years right before, like it's their, okay, we're going for it now. Everybody understand this is our push. And you go and you do it for 2 years and then it's all goes away. And then there's teams on the other end that are like, okay, we just got rid of everything. We're rebuilding and we're going to be the little dumping ground for a little while. We're going to spend a little bit of money here, but we're going to start taking the good players from the expensive teams. And like most teams are just going to be right around that middle. And that's how it's going to operate. So all of this shock of the second apron, I think it all goes away. And I think it all levels out. And this will just become the norm. And people will stop asking for the CBA to get rolled back. I think this is a specific Celtics fan question that is pissed off that we're talking about Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And oh my God, you had to get rid of Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday. Why couldn't we keep those guys? We're an awesome team. Why couldn't we just keep those guys? And what this year should have been is all those guys without Jayson Tatum kind of float along, second and third seed. Then Tatum comes back in March and he becomes like that little juice. We can talk about it like, oh, it's like they traded for Jayson Tatum at the deadline. And boom, you're a rocket ship to the top again. That's why people are pissed off.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like Celtics fans, like the Celtics did get screwed, right? Oh, yeah. And like they got screwed. Yeah. And like I'm very sympathetic to that, to that emotion of like having this, I think the Celtics got screwed more than any other team, like by far. They built this team so well, and it's, it got dismembered by the CBA. Like I'm very sympathetic to that. I'm not minimizing that in any way. I do think that there is a chance. I mean, we have to see how it goes. We have to see how this plays out. I think there's a chance that this CBA might be kind of fun down the line. It might be interesting. Yeah. Like it's not going to be fun right now. And Celtics fans, again, I want to be abundantly clear that I agree with you that the Celtics got screwed. There's no question. But
yes,
it is possible that down the line, yeah, I mean, maybe all this people like player movement, right? Maybe all this shuffling becomes interesting. Maybe maybe you have one guy who's a through line on your team for a long time, and that makes it all the shuffling around him makes that one player more special to a city. Like, I think there are things that could there are ways that this could end up being good, right?
Yeah.
It's just that right now, if you're a Celtics fan, you're so pissed off, and I can't blame you. I mean, you got screwed.
Like the great Smokey Robinson said, I second that emotion.
It's a tough one. All
right. We're gonna end on this one.
Okay.
It's a fun one. Purple Monkey Dishwasher. Do you know what this reference is?
I do not.
Oh, I love this reference. I love this. This is a Simpson reference.
Okay.
This is the Simpsons. This is when the teachers go on strike and Bart's at the center of all of this stuff. And so he's at the back of the line and he says, there's a whole line of teachers. And he goes, hey, I hear Skinner says the teachers are going to cave. And they all and it's supposed to be like that game of telephone, like where by the time it gets to the front of the line, it's something completely different. So they all talk. And then the person goes up to Edna Krabappel at the front and goes, word is that Skinner thinks the teacher's going to cave. Purple Monkey Dishwasher. Like, just those are the three random lines so that's what this is. One of my favorite things is that a Rhode Island brewery, I forget which one it is, made a beer called Purple Monkey Dishwasher. So, but I love this reference. And it's just this randomness where, I don't know. That's it. I don't know. I guess that's it. Purple Monkey Dishwasher.
Yeah, indeed.
All right. We're going to end it there. But before when I said I was just great, now I'm just great because we ended on a classic, underrated Simpsons reference. I don't know. How big a Simpsons fan are you?
I'm certainly nothing against the show. I just never really watched it much.
And now I threw my headphones off, and for people listening, they have no idea what just happened, but I did the dramatic
for the 8 people still listening.
For the 8 people still listening, I did my dramatic toss my headphones off and walk off, which on video probably was pretty hilarious.
I mean, all right. So the Simpsons, when was the first episode released?
Oh, 1980.
Okay. Listen, I was less than a year old when the first episode of The Simpsons aired. So, like, it wasn't.
I don't care.
Fair enough.
1989. Tom, I'm going to channel Jaylen Brown here. We don't make no excuses around here.
No excuses.
Now, if we're going to do it in the Jaylen Brown, the true Jaylen Brown sense, you got to make the excuse and then say we don't make any excuses.
Right. So I was halfway there. I was born the year that the first Simpsons episode came out, but we don't make no excuses around here.
Yeah. It's easily the Simpsons. I want to say seasons. I think the generally accepted seasons 1 through 9 are all-time classic television. And then after like 9 to 12 is, some hit or miss. After 12 is, I don't even know what season they're in now. I'll look it up here. After season 12, it's like they're up to season 32. You get, but like they don't even count. They're not even on TV. They're on an streaming. But I don't know, seasons, I think 1 through 9 are like, you got nothing to do, man. It's the summer. See, just put on Simpsons. Just start at season. I want to say seasons, like season 3 through 6 or 7 are like Hall of Fame worthy TV.
All right.
So,
all right.
Jesus, all right.
It couldn't have been a Good Place reference that then we could have ended on a.
That would have been great too. Yeah. Just know your history, man.
That's it. I got to respect the greats.
Yeah. All right, Tom. Thanks, Tom. Appreciate you, Tom. Even though he failed me on the Simpsons reference, you got to know that I'm just a massive Simpsons fan, and so Purple Monkey Dishwasher is a a great reference. So thanks everybody for submitting these. We're like down towards the end here. So this is great because there's only a few more Flashcard Fridays left before we get to the regular season. I think it's a fun thing that we do here. So I hope you're here every Friday. I hope you're here every day. Be an everydayer. Be with me every Monday, Wednesday, Friday for now, Monday through Friday when the season starts. Actually, beyond that, because I podcast after every game. So subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Watch the show on YouTube. Get into that comment section. Share your thoughts and share the podcast. Tell everybody they should be listening to and watching the Locked On Celtics podcast here on the Locked On Podcast Network. It's your team every day.